students. In the previous session, we dealt with transiting to school, parents' role in transition, and how ecological theory can be connected to transition. Transition is a process that children go through once in their life, but with support from parents and others, children can move successfully. Learning outcomes. At the end of the module, the reader will be able to understand positive parenting, understand the importance of interactions, strategies parents could use to help children transit successfully. What is positive parenting? Positive parenting is a technique or an approach that parents adopt to address to the needs and challenges of a child or an individual. It allows children to be treated with respect and teaches children without using any punitive methods. This is a technique which will arise empathy and respect in children. Positive parenting will aid parents and children in practicing thinking skills. Autonomy will help children feel accomplished and children will feel self-motivated. The building blocks of positive parenting are mutual respect. Parents model firmness by respecting themselves and regarding the needs of the child. Parents should respect the needs and situations the child is in. This will help them develop mutual respect to one another while admitting children into early learning centers. Parents have to understand the needs and the situation the child is in and respect it. The second building block is understanding the motive behind a behavior. All behaviors have a motive behind it. When children's motive is understood, it will be easier for parents to change their negative behavior. Dealing with the behavior is important than focusing on the negativity of it. During transition, children tend to showcase a lot of negative behaviors due to the stress and strain that they experience during the change. Parents need to realize the motive behind it and address the behaviors in a positive way. The third building block is effective communication. Parents should learn that children will listen to things better when they are invited to think and participate in conversations. Parents need to use appropriate and respectful language while talking to children. These are modeled by children in their environment and early learning settings. The fourth building block is understanding the child's world. Children move to different stages according to their age. These stages have various developments and needs. Parents should make sure they understand the stages that the child is in and aid children to move successfully. As children develop their attitudes, temperaments, and social emotional skills changes, parents need to support these. The fifth building block is encouragement. Encouragement helps children develop confidence in the activities and the abilities they possess. Encouragement is an external factor which depends on the caregivers, educators, members of the community, etc. When children are encouraged to achieve or accomplish a task, they'll be able to put their complete efforts in the task. The sixth one is focusing on solutions as a substitute to punishments. Blaming the child for a problem never solves it. Positive parenting deals with techniques of looking at the challenge or a problem and solving it by solutions which are given by both parents and children. As children develop, parents will be able to find respectful solutions to the challenges that they face. Kids tend to look at transition as a problem and they might be reluctant to go to school. Parents should try to resolve the problem rather than punishing them. The seventh one is making child feel better. Parents, due to their work pressure, go through a lot of stress and strain. Parents have a tendency to put their pressure on children and they tend to shame, humiliate their children. Parents need to reduce their stress levels as they interact with children. Children learn new skills and master them in stress-free environment. Individual needs to be motivated and caregivers should offer affection, respect and love so they feel better. Strategies parents could use for effective transition. Effective support by the parents is essential for a smooth transition to school. Parents should start preparing and planning for the first day in advance. A preliminary assessment of the early learning center, environment, curriculum, teaching methods adopted, teaching quality, distance from home, etc., goes a long way in guaranteeing that the child will have a pleasant first day for school, which will ensure that the child is ready and eager for the subsequent days of the school. Practicing the first day of school is a compelling technique to transition that children successfully without any surprises. The parent can take the child to their bus stop or drive to the school to familiarize them to the surroundings. If possible, parents can arrange to meet the child's teacher or have a tour of the school before school starts. This would also be the right time to ask the teachers and the administrators about any suggestions on transition. Communication is another important aspect where parents play a major role in easing out the transition for their children. Asking questions like, what are you most enthusiastic about for your first day of school, or what are you apprehensive about, will mold how the child views the school and the personnel. Parents can also replicate first day of school traditions like making a special breakfast for the first day or planning a stop at the library or visiting grandparents' house after school will help child associate school with a fun event rather than a chore. Another technique to help in transition is to encourage the child to make friends early, which not only aids the shift to the early learning center but also boosts the child's social skills. Familiarity with the place and people makes the child feel comfortable with the new surroundings. Stocking up on new school supplies and allowing the child to choose their own backpack, lunch boxes, or clothes also helps the child feel much more confident and in control of their first day. The child could also carry with them a favorite toy, a book from home, a favorite cup or photographs of family and pets. During transition, it is common for children to become quieter or question everything. They are reacting to a new environment. The parents should be patient and the child should be given enough time to adjust. Also, it is common for the child to be very anxious due to the stress of the transition. Enough sleep and nutrition can positively affect the mood of the child. Most importantly, the parents should be involved with the child in transition. Playing back everyday's experiences with the child after or before school will ease out their anxieties and prepare them for the next day. Parents should also try and take active role in the school environment and interact with child's friends and other parents. Conclusion: positive parenting is a style which emphasizes on mutual respect and learning. Children experiencing positive parenting can understand the motive and instructions of parents.